Developing situation in Egypt, and I'm joined in the studio by the journalist and author Rachel Shabi, who specialises in Middle Eastern issues. Rachel, a lot of people watching this are going to be wondering how it's going to be resolved, because at the moment the supporters of Mohamed Morsi, the former president, are just saying they're not going to leave the streets.
Yeah, and it's no surprise, really, that they would be saying that, given that they see what just happened as the illegal ouster of a democratically elected president, the ex-president Mohamed Morsi. So they see it as being denied their vote and their voice by military coup. So, of course, it's no wonder that they are adamant to be protesting on the streets now. And, you know, the problem is that the opposition is not really doing anything to allay their fears about being ejected from politics.
And indeed, a party that's been around 80 years, in power, and then all of a sudden ousted, even though they won 51% of the vote.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is devastating for the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt, to be clear. I mean, as you say, they've been around for decades, they've been organising for decades, in persecution, in hiding, oppressed, arrested, tortured. You know, they've been through it all, and they've remained steadfast and organised very well with the aim of getting into politics. And once they achieve that, you know, finally, you know, now they find that actually they're told that they can't stay in politics, that they're the wrong kind of politics, and they get ejected by military coup.
So what do you think needs to happen next?
Well, I think the last thing that needs to happen now is what just happened, which is the appointment of El Baradei, the NSF leader, the opposition leading figure, as Prime Minister, because, of course, he is not going to be seen as a figure of unity. As far as the Muslim Brotherhood are concerned, he is a representative of the opposition. He doesn't like them. They don't like him. He's the last person that you would expect to bring the consensus and the unity and inclusion that is so critical now to stop more bloodshed on the streets.
So another election? A referendum? What sort of things would you suggest, or can you see happening?
Well, that's really not clear at the moment. I mean, it's obvious that the army is still in charge. Whoever they put as these kind of figureheads of, you know, transitional prime minister, transitional president, the army is very clearly still calling the shots, and its main concern now is security. But of course, if they want to progress this process, then they really need to give some answers to those questions. Are there going to be elections? When are you going to call them? Or perhaps would it be wiser, given the situation and given how polarised everything is, would it be wiser to have a referendum as to whether the President Morsi should have been ejected or not? These are all questions that have not really been addressed so far.
All right, journalist and author Rachel Shabi, thank you very much.